This is a story about a typical Southern California family. They had thought about building a pool for years, and finally, in the spring of this year, they started the process. The first order of business was to pick a company to build their pool for them. After asking a few friends, they came up with a list of 3 pool companies that had built pools in the area.
So when we made the decision to build the pool, it's a big decision. We talked to other people, and when we met Allstate, we knew that they were the ones we were going to use.
During their first meeting with Allstate, they went over their budget and design ideas for the pool. Now, they had a budget of only about $30,000. However, Allstate said they had an entry-level pool special for $26,600. There was a possibility they could spend more, but because of the economic climate, they wanted to see how far that would get them. With the budget decided, it was time to see what Allstate could come up with as far as a design.
One of the things that made it easy to go with Allstate was this amazing software they had that showed us exactly the way the pool would look in our backyard.
The Allstate team had initially found their clients really loved Hawaii, so Allstate came up with a design that they thought their clients would love.
It just completely left out all questions. We were done. And we could see it. It was there. We were done. We couldn't wait to have it started. It was perfect.
Allstate had taken the liberty of designing in a couple of waterfalls to add to the overall look and feel of the pool. They explained that it would be a flat additional cost, but after the clients saw the concept, they agreed to spend the extra money on the upgrade. With the design and budget completed, it was time to build the pool. So on March 1st, the process began with the formal plans, permits, layout, and excavation. After the dig was completed, next was the steel. The steel crew's symphony-like coordination and skill had the steel shell built in just one afternoon. After the steel was completed, the next step was going to be the plumbing. By the time the plumbers were done, it was hard to see where the dirt was. As soon as the last pipe was laid, Allstate met with the city inspectors who green-lighted the concrete gunite shell to be sprayed.
We were actually surprised at the process. We had visions of what it would be like to live through all the steps of the pool, but once it got going and after the hard part of the digging, we were amazed at how it looked like a pool.
Next up on the construction process was building the waterfalls that the clients decided to add. The boulders were carefully built and all the tiles and details were set.
The communication was great with Allstate. They helped us so much through the process, and it just went incredibly smoother than we'd ever imagined.
The decking and landscaping were the final steps before the big day, and on June 2nd, the first splash was heard over the roaring approval of all their children and friends from all over the neighborhood.
Anyone that's looking to build a pool, I am the first to jump up and tell them how great Allstate is. I make sure they come over to see my pool. I tell them how the process was so easy. I can't imagine doing it with anyone else. I mean, I don't do this every day, but I know the experience I had was one that I will remember, and I try to let everyone else know that they need to work with them because they're the best.